And we are back. Just recently I was playing a bit of this with my a colleague from work, and you can probably see that my level has jumped up a bit. Can't remember in the last video what I was at. Not even sure if I was at 30 or not, but I'm at 36, so we leveled up quite a bit here. And with that last play session, I actually completed all of the Act 1 campaign and the beginning of the Act 2 campaign. So blasted through a bunch of that. We also did some side quests and some other activities, so hence why the level has jumped up quite a bit. I've also made a change to how the character is being played. So I think in the last video that I made, I was focusing on the frost, the cold skills for the sorcerer. But I was struggling with, and maybe this came across in the last video when I was doing that one stronghold in the Act 1 area, the Fractured Peaks area. And I noticed that I felt I was doing a decent amount of damage, sort of. But I was struggling with keeping the enemies away from me. So with the cold skills, like, you want to freeze them, crowd control them, and then, blast away. But they weren't staying, crowd controlled long enough for me to keep hitting them. So I would freeze them, hopefully, some of them, and keep blasting away. But within seconds, they're on top of me again, and I just couldn't get away from them. So I don't know. I figured, maybe I'm not doing as much damage as I thought I was doing. So I decided to make a whole switch. So I switched out of cold over into shock or lightning, whatever you want to call it. And now I'm doing a lot more damage, but I've essentially lost all the crowd control effects. Sometimes enemies get stunned by the shock skills, but not very often. Yeah, and then last night when I was playing with my colleague from work, we did another stronghold in the Act 1 area, and man, we were really struggling. I think we had to do it 5 or 6 times before beating it, and I had to keep adjusting things here and there. And I just noticed one of the big problems I'm having is one, defense, but also keeping the enemies away from me. Again, like, I'm struggling with it again. So I'm doing a lot more damage with the shock skills, but I can't keep the enemies off of me, so I'm dying too quickly. So I think I need to have another adjustment to this character, because otherwise I'm going to keep struggling with this. But anyways, that's not what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to create another new character, go figure. But I'm going to make my barbarian, I think. Every so often I get this kind of want to be right in the heat of battle, and the sorcerer just isn't getting, it's not giving me that sensation. So I need to have another character that I can do that with. So I'm going to make my barbarian today. Obviously, by the end of this, I want to be able to have one of each of the classes, try them all out, get them all up to level 50 if I can. And that's really where I'd like to take this game. Some people, they play Diablo, and once they've completed the campaign, to them, that's essentially the end of the game. Then there's the people on the other end of the spectrum who, they are the Twitch streamers and all the rest, and there's the people who really care about the leaderboards during the season and the ladder and all the rest, right? So for them, on that side of the spectrum, they keep playing for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 plus years, continually competing in the season and the ladder. I'm closer to the other side of the spectrum. I will do a season, but I don't compete. I just do it for fun. But after I've done a couple of them, that's essentially where it ends. But I do want to do more than just complete the campaign. I do want to try to experience as much of the game as possible. And that means trying out all of the characters. Or classes, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I'm going to do. is work towards trying one of each. As per usual, I'm going to try to make this look, I mean, as close to me as possible. I am certainly not this big or muscular. Okay, we'll start with this one. That looks to be about my skin tone, I think. I have blue eyes, so throw that in there. Cool. Hairstyle. What do we got? So this is pretty much... So all of the characters, all the classes have the same hairstyles I'm seeing. I thought maybe some would have different ones. I actually kind of like this, like, tied... I don't know what you call this. Are these dreadlocks? I don't know. The short hairstyles I find don't look very good. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta be honest, I really don't like any of the hairstyles in Diablo 4. Like, I don't like any of them. Like, the longer hairstyles aren't so bad, but the shorter ones are brutal. Like, what is this? It looks like a young Justin Bieber. Having the shaved head actually looks pretty good if I'm being honest. But I like having a bit of hair. I don't know, I think I'm leaning towards this one. This is like Conan the Barbarian. I think he had long hair. Got the Justin Bieber. I don't know what that is. This is like the Carrot Top. Yeah, I'm thinking this one actually looks the best. So, might go with this one. For the Barbarian, I like this one. All right, let's go with that. That looks nothing like me, by the way. The hairstyle, anyways. Yeah. I think we need a bit of a... Need a beard of some sort on here. That's not bad. We'll go with that one. Cool. And this is for hair color. I think just the just going with a plain black is pretty good. My hair color is more like in the dark brown area. I kind of like the black and white. He looks a bit more like wizened. He's a wizened old... barbarian. Okay, gonna go with this one. What do we got for accessories here? Gonna go with no makeup. We can actually see the jewelry this time because of the hairstyle. Let's start from the start here. So nothing, simple, dangle, 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 not into the dangles. I like that. That's pretty cool. Number 8. Just simple. Okay. Just a stud. Yeah, and we can go with number 8. Nice and simple. Is there one on both sides? No, just the one. Okay, like that. Let's start from the start here. So we got... I actually like having something over the face with the Barbarian. So that one's not bad. Normally I don't like having anything on the face, but I think with the Barbarian it looks appropriate. However, like this is nice and simple, and that kind of looks, I like that as well. No, no, no. Just looks messy. Yeah, okay, so I'm between this one, because it's got a nice simple one over the face, and what was it? This one. What's this one have on the legs? Nothing on the legs? Oh yeah, just some text. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one just because I like that simple mark over the face. And for the color, might go for the, where's the blood one? This is the blood one here. Yeah, just gonna go with the standard tattoo, I think. However, that doesn't look too bad. No, just go with the standard. Cool. All right, we need a name. So whenever I name any characters in an RPG or anything that I'm doing, whenever I need a name, I always pick something from the books that I'm currently reading. And right now I'm reading the Red Rising series, which is why the previous 2 characters, one is named Jackal, which is one of the antagonists from the Red Rising series, and the other one is named... I don't remember. Oh, Reaper, which is the main character's nickname. Now, one of the other sort of main characters, or supporting characters, is named Goblin. So I could do that nickname again. Or Mustang. That seems more of a female name. That's kind of cool. So, another one of the antagonists were Olivia Alun. Alun is I think it's Latin for like of the moon. Olivia of the moon. So Alun. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's what we're going to do. I wonder if I should change this to Aluna. So Alun of the moon. Luna being the, I think, the Latin word for the moon. Luna. Okay, let's just do that. I don't know. I'm hesitating now. Luna. No, loon sounds more masculine. All right, that's what we're gonna do. What? I can't have spaces? Oh crap. I didn't know you could have spaces. I mean, we could still do loon. Now I really like loon, and of course I can't even use it. I mean, I could use it without the space. That looks ridiculous. Luna is more of a female name. At least it sounds like it. Could do August. Because one of the, oh, it's actually right there. One of the house names is Augustus. I don't know. It doesn't sound very. It doesn't sound very like barbarian-y. And I'm trying to pick a name that that sort of fits the character. Let's see here. Nero. I'm just looking up some of the names of the characters. Nero, Adrius. Fitchner, Dancer, Mickey Mateo. I can't go with Adrius because that's the jackal. Could go with Titus. That's pretty good. A violent and tyrannical member of House Mars. See, that seems to fit. Or Roke. I actually really like the Roke character. Maybe we'll go with Roke. You know what? That's who we're going to go with. Does not fit at all. He was not a barbarian, but that's okay. Let's do it. Yeah, that name doesn't fit this class at all, but that's fine. Here we go. Let's see how far we can get. We just wasted 20 minutes talking about nothing and making the characters, so we're off to a good start here. I know nothing about the Barbarian on Diablo 4. However, in Diablo 3, the Barbarian was my my main class. In Diablo 1, it was the worst class, in my opinion.
Road's blocked. Should clear up when the storm is past.
it's interesting because whenever I play an RPG that has, you know, the typical classes, like an archer class, like the rogue, a warrior class, essentially like the barbarian, and a casting class like the sorcerer. Out of those three classes, I will typically lean towards making the melee class. I usually always avoid the ranged class, and by ranged I mean like the archer class. However, I've always enjoyed the ranged classes agility. So I like the agility of the rogue. I like the melee aspect and just getting into the thick of battle of the barbarian. But I also like the casting, but like close casting, and all the like the AoE properties of the sorcerer. So I don't know. I always struggle picking classes. The archer is definitely not something that I will go with. But usually between the barbarian and the sorcerer, I struggle trying to figure out which one is best. But I'll pick the one that is that has really good AoE attacks, because I like lots of explosions on the screen, and also the class that is quick. I like speed.
These will keep you safe. Could you protect us from whatever?
I should, you know, if I were smart, I would finish the story on one character before making a bunch of new characters, but anyways, that's not what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I should pick a skill here. We got lunging strike, lunge forward, strike an enemy. We got bash the enemy, 10 to 13. We'll stun. We got frenzy. And we got flay. Doesn't do much damage, but inflicts bleeding. So let's put this on. Obviously, we have to try all of them. Okay, let's also put this one on. So this actually uses the sword. See, this is it's an interesting mechanic for the barbarian. So with all the other games, the other Diablo games, you pick your weapon, and I was as a barbarian, I would always pick like this, like the two-handed, like the one-handed dual casting, or not dual casting, but dual. You know what I mean. So two weapons, both one-handed. I like the speed of the two weapons, so that's just how I like to play. But so in Diablo 4, you have that, but you also have a two-handed sword, and you have a two-handed bludgeoning weapon. So it's an interesting mechanic here. And then depending on what skills you're using, it'll use different weapons. So I'm noticing that this skill, what was this called? The flay is using the two-handed sword. And then the lunging strike is actually using the bludgeoning weapon. So that's quite interesting. And it switches between them as you play in real time, so you don't actually have to switch them. Neat. Okay. Alright, so there's Whirlwind, which was like my go-to skill in Diablo 3. Hammer of the Ancients, Upheaval, and Double Swing. So Whirlwind, pretty self-explanatory. You spin around in a circle, dealing damage. Cost 25 Fury per second. And how much Fury do I have? Where does it say? Here? No. I have no idea. Oh, there, 100. So 20. So that means I can only spin for 4 seconds. So not very good. And it's only going to do 6 to 7 damage per hit. I mean, let's put it on just to get a sense of what it feels like. Oh, I actually have 2. Okay, here, let's put both these on. Let's put this on first. There we go. Oh, so my fury keeps going down.
Demons.
Where is it going down? So unlike the sorcerer, your fury, your resource, it does not go up automatically. It doesn't like passively regenerate. That's what I mean. Let's try the Whirlwind instead. Man, that Whirlwind looks and feels less strong than Diablo 3. But I already prefer it to something like Hammer of the Ancients. It feels like it has much better AoE potential. And then what's this one? Okay, so let's try that one. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I like that. That has really good... well, one, it has really good damage, but it also has, like, the area that it hits is, it seems much bigger than Hammer of the Ancients. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, going into this battle, I should probably readjust. What was this one again? Double swing. Swing your weapons from opposite directions. Enemies caught in the center are damaged by both. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. I guess that was pretty self-explanatory. 25 to 31. Wow. Oh, but the Fury costs much higher. Okay, I see. 25 to 31 versus 18 to 22. Are damaged by both with each weapon. So this is actually 28 to, what is that, 33, 34? Or 31, I mean. So 28 to 31. So this is actually, this has higher damage output than this, and it actually cost less. However, this covers a much wider area. And I like the area of effect, so I think I'm going to go with that one. And I didn't try out these things. 16 bleeding damage. Okay, I gotta pick one of these. If I do the lunging strike, bash. And frenzy. I never like skills like this where it makes your attack speed quicker as long as you keep attacking, because once it gets really fast, I'm like, man, I just want it to stay at this speed, but it won't. And then when it drops down, I'm just like, oh, now I'm sad again. So that always bothers me. Okay, I'm going to try doing this one. Has a chance to make the enemy vulnerable. Okay, how do I... Um, 20%. How do I tell it? Because it says... double this chance when using a two-handed weapon, but how do I tell it to use a two-handed weapon? Oh. I see. Okay. Here we go. So auto select, dual wield, slicing. But this will be slower, right? So if I do that, okay, versus what? It's, man, there's so many buttons. Versus this. So this is, okay. How much slower was it? Man, it doesn't actually feel that much slower. I don't know why you wouldn't use the two-handed weapon. Okay, I'm really liking that upheaval skill. That's pretty cool. Okay, so far, I mean, I've only been playing for a half hour here, but so far, I really like the feel of the Barbarian. Like, it feels right.
You've returned.
The old ruins are clear.
I just hope I can make this character, like, really agile. Lots of movement speed, high attack speed, with really good AoE. I'm not really a fan of bleeding effects, because, I mean, I am a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of it, if that makes sense. Because, like, look at now, like, it looks like they're dead, but they're not really dead.
You are blessed like us now.
That was all of them. Night willing.
I like this weapon expertise. This is cool. It adds like another component to your development, your character development. That's neat. Impact damage. So my next rank, it doesn't actually change the impact damage. It just changes the bleeding damage by a tiny bit. Are you serious? Man, what's the point of even leveling it up? Basic skills generate 5% more fury when using two-handed weapons. Oh, I like that. Your core skills have up to a 10% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. So I'm actually liking this. 5% more fury, because I am using a two-handed weapon for the most part. Dealing direct damage to an enemy with a skill that is not upheaval causes your next cast of upheaval to deal 3% increased damage. Okay, so that's kind of neat. Okay, that's pretty cool too. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put that on.
Madman. Those heretics.
I don't really like that my character keeps walking around with the bludgeoning weapon as his... Oh, it just switched. That was weird.
Blood petals. Like the ones I was fed. Is this real?
You collapsed inside. You came to thank the light.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the the bleed effect. Oh man, that's even slower than what I had on. Yeah, sorry, I need... I like speed. Yeah, I like this attack. The like I like this. The only problem is that first initial hit. The impact damage is so low. Like I don't like that.
back here.
Oops.
This close to the city. Let's see what is spread.
Oh. Okay. Down at the defensive skills, let's see what we got here. We got ground stomp, 5% additional maximum life, rallying cry. Wow, only 6 seconds? Holy crap. Okay. This is interesting. So, gaining a barrier that absorbs 50% of your missing life for 5 seconds. So, the best time to use this would be when you're almost dead, essentially. And then you would pop a potion. There's no way I'm going to remember to do that. So I like this one, but the problem with this one is that, like, they're only 6 seconds long? Man. I don't know. I'm starting to think I should probably switch this to something else. Let's try this one for a while. Oops. Oh, because I have one. Okay, I can't yet. Okay. I would have to get rid of the shout. That's fine. I'll wait till I get another level. Come on, dude. Oh, is it just going to let me... Oh, I have to speak to him first.
The angel. That's not Linger. Kiyovershad lies just ahead.
Hold. To enter the city, you must
We have no
first...
time for this.
Take a piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine and inscribe it with the sin which troubled you. Then cast it into the brazier. As the fire burns the wood, so will the light burn away your sin.
So, what did you write on the little... I'm off to the dry steppes. Something about hate or anger. Tattoos, sway back, cloudy eyes.
Wait. The old man sold me this too. He said he didn't need it anymore, but...
Ah, no problem.
Yes. The new military.
Whoops, wrong button.
Impressive.
Thanks.
We were born in sin, children of darkness. The Father's light can be sought through penitence and faith. Walk in the light. Here, take the knight's report before you go.
Reverend Mother, I received a report of a potential demon sighting. Horned woman near Yelesna Mines. Performed routine inspection. Nothing yet.
Just gonna get rid of my stuff here. Wrong way. I can get out of the city this way, right? I think so. Ow. Jesus. I seem to be taking quite a bit of damage. Yeah, so I'm debating whether or not to switch out this for something else. Let's try this one instead. Just for a bit. See how we feel about that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, definitely do not like Bash. This doesn't feel right. It's too slow. Oh, so this one can actually inflict bleeding as well. So on auto, it's deciding to use the dual wield, which I guess makes sense because I think those are my highest. 48 damage per second versus 37 and 36. So that's why it's deciding that. Yeah, okay, this is so much better. And it makes everything kind of faster too. It makes everything feel quicker. I'm gonna switch out. Put that on the trigger.
What do you need?
I provide.
I've already done all this stuff several times, so I'm just kind of skipping through it.
My husband.
I'm almost getting a sense that I kind of feel like I'm gonna like this character more than the my sorcerer.
More strangers in the camp.
Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this quest line here, and then I'll call it for today. But I'm actually really enjoying the Barbarian so far. Shouldn't really surprise me. I usually lean a bit towards the melee classes, assuming that they can be quick and have really good AoE attacks.
The damn hoist is stuck. We've got to go on foot. Look out!
Hey, that's my mother's charm on your wrist.
It's mine now, girl. She gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass through. Keep close. Maybe we should go back. Round up the knights.
And leave my mother in Lilith's care for as long as that will take? No. I'm going on. A dead end.
Beams are too damn old. Shaking like leaves.
Man, I'm actually really enjoying that lunging strike. It's makes everything feel really quick. The damage is good. It feels like you're teleporting around when you got a bunch of enemies around you. It's too bad it only hits one enemy, though. If it did a little bit of splash damage, that would make it so much better.
What's special about this place anyway? What would draw Lilith here?
Hell if I know. Trava doesn't tell us anything. No one goes in, nothing comes out. That's all. No lift. The jam must be deeper down.
Locked.
Over here. I can squeeze through to the other side.
Wait, hold on. And there she goes. Enemies approaching. Nowhere to go. Fight's coming to us this time.
Man, I feel a lot more powerful compared to my sorcerer. Like, a lot. I'm kind of surprised because during the beta and the server slam and all that, a lot of people were complaining that the druid and the barbarian felt weak compared to like the rogue and the sorcerer. And I actually feel more powerful as the barbarian in these early stages than I did as either of those other two classes. What was that thing? So, rank 1, plus 5% increase, so 5%, 0.5% increase critical strike chance against injured enemies. Double this amount when using 2 axes, okay. Man, with lunging strike, I feel really quick. It can even be used as like almost like a dash or a dodge, right? Because if you see an enemy about to hit you with something, if you can target another enemy and dash out of the way using the attack, like that's pretty cool. You'd have to be paying pretty close attention though. Fell right into that.
I'm not dying here. Over there. An opening.
Go!
Whatever.
Over there, the hoist.
Once I get back to town, definitely gotta get rid of that helmet.
Slain. What happened?
I'm not really into the helmet game. I prefer my character looking as minimal and as sleek as possible.
The escort. They're all dead.
Wait a second, did it just switch? It did.
Over there.
It's using the two-handed weapon now.
A woman.
Not sure if I'm gonna like that better or not. It's gonna be a bit slower, I imagine.
Lilith can't be too far.
What is this?
How you're mine.
Wow. Okay, that upheaval skill is awesome. I love it. Alright, so that's maxed out. So at least my basic attack is going to be high damage. What is it at? 48 to 59. Yes, that's pretty good.
There.
I notice when I'm playing melee classes as well, I can kind of think of these synergies between the skills and the equipment a lot better than when I'm playing like a caster.
So,
Like when I'm playing a sorcerer, I know the skill will say, you know, like something along the lines of when enemy is frozen, you know, you do more damage or something like that, and then you can play off of that skill by finding another skill that synergizes well with that sort of effect. But I don't know, it just, for some reason in my head, I don't put two and two together as easily as when I'm playing like a melee class. So I know I probably do more damage with this two-handed axe, but I'm really missing how much faster I was with the one-handed weapons. Like, how different is it? Oh, that's attack speed? I'd rather have the attack speed. So this is 48, 93. Holy crap. Okay, well, I'm going to switch this to this. It just feels better when it's quicker.
Blocked again. Does Lilith know we're coming?
That probably wasn't a good use of that. That was the first time where I think I only hit one enemy with the upheaval. Okay, so that is maxed out. We also unlocked the brawling skills. Let's see, what do we got down here? So we got kick. I didn't even try out all these yet. Oh my god, they actually have a passive just to increase movement speed? I like that. Oh, I like this too, so that'll increase how long. Also heal allies. Show skills cause enemies to deal 4% less damage. Okay, so that is really good. Okay, the Barbarian's got some really cool skills. I just want to try this one out. Can I only hit one enemy? Oh, it actually stuns them too. Interesting. Oh, it actually gives you more than one charge. Okay, so there's 2 charges. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I already know obviously what charge and leap is. That's pretty common sense. While berserking, like there's a bunch of really good skills here. What's up here again? Okay.
This barrier. It looks like the same kind of magic as before. I think I can dispel it.
Not enough blood. Never enough blood. I will follow you to the ends of Sanctuary, Mother.
A priest. He must... There she is.
Okay, let's see how this fight feels with a Barbarian. I've now done this fight with every character except, well, the Barbarian, obviously, but then the Druid as well.
Beyond this lake.
This should give me a good feel for it.
Look at the gifts she's given me.
Well, I mean, an early feel, I guess I should say. Like, I'm already doing, like, that damage? Holy crap.
You won't take what's mine.
This is already going much, much quicker than all the other classes that I've done this with. However, we'll get to see right now, like as there's more enemies and more activity on the screen, how much better it actually is. Ah. Oh, that's weird. The health potion fell outside of the zone. I'm gonna try and take out the big guy here first. That was the wrong way. Yeah, so that was much faster and much easier than any other character. The only thing that I'm noticing is because this is a melee class and I feel more powerful with it, and because I'm getting so into the battle, like I'm losing health, not necessarily faster than the other classes, but I'm not really perceiving the health loss as easily as the other classes, because with the other classes like the sorcerer and stuff, I'm doing a lot of dodging and kiting the enemies, and when I get hit, it's like I'm painfully aware that I've been hit, so it makes me more aware of my health. But with the barbarian, I'm so focused on trying to hit and doing big damage against these enemies that I'm not really fully aware that my health is going down, even though it's going down the entire time, because I'm standing right, toe to toe with the enemy. So I imagine that I'm probably going to die more frequently with this character. That's just how I feel. Oh, so this class can't use daggers. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Let's have a look at.
Father, anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Okay. I prefer the unequipped look on the helmet, unless there's something that is more like a crown or something, and there isn't. Yeah, so unequipped for that. Again, prefer the... Jesus, that looks like something out of Game of Thrones. The Night's Watch. Definitely prefer something a bit simpler here. That's not terrible. Might actually just go with that. Yeah. For color, probably go with the gray. I think I'm just going to keep that unequipped as well. And for the boots, I have like fur on everything else, so I'm thinking probably it'd be best to go with the fur look. So I'll just go with that. Okay, now for the items. Can't change that, that's locked in. Or that. I don't know, doesn't really matter. Okay, so I can't change pretty much anything here. Cool. Okay, he looks a little bit better. Let's go finish this quest up here, and then we are good to go.
See that the kitchen is ready for the morrow's service. Angels above, you've returned. reverently.
Oh, that stuff is still locked. Okay.
Well, you said...
Okay, and I think that is where we are going to call it for today. Again, really enjoying this class. Still playing around with all the skills, so I'm not really sure which way I'm going to take this.
Greetings, traveler. Behold the marvelous tales I have to offer.
And I still hate pretty much everything that is in the shop for the cosmetic looks of the classes. Like, there's just nothing in here that's even close to something that looks good. At least that's just how I feel. This isn't bad. See, like, this is nice and simple. I like that. That's actually not bad. This is the first one I've seen that doesn't look just unbelievable. Yeah, that one actually isn't so bad. I don't mind that.
Sound selection.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh yeah, and then okay, that's pretty neat. Let me see this one.
A powerful card.
This one actually isn't terrible. Yeah, this one's not so bad. I'm not really into the headgear though. Alright. Okay, so that is it for today. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.